And a great quote that I recently stumbled upon was, "Make visible what without you might perhaps never have been seen." I don't know how your daughter got in this school. She must have fell through the cracks. I kind of like Sydney's secret. Hey guys, sit here with another experience that got me to where I'm at today. I'm sorry for the lighting and whatnot. I just felt like I had to do this video right now. I hope you guys can see me and not be distracted by my shadows and all the lighting situation. Today's video is going to be my challenges, or faced with adversity and challenges, and how I dealt with them. A lot of people growing up were 100% on Sydney's side, and a lot of people were very intimidated and disencouraging when it came to like me wanting to do certain things. In relation to last video, this is where this comes from. I went to my dream high school. Imagine getting to somewhere that you've been dreaming of going basically like all your life. You get there and somebody tells you like, how did you even get in here? So let me take it a couple steps back. Like I told you guys, I had to transfer to this school and I was in the summer bridge program. During the summer bridge program, the first day, when I tell you the first day, my mom dropped me off. I had a nice little outfit on. I had like a white shirt with these like pink True Religion jeans that had like a cute little rhinestone. Super cute. I was like such a vibe. I was like, this is like very me. I don't have to pretend that I'm just gonna be normal. It went great the first half of the day, and then lunch came. Now there weren't any clear, precise rules on having my phone out during lunch. So I was like, fuck it, let me just tell my mom how I'm doing and what's actually going on. So I pull out my phone, I start texting my mom. Probably happened to go on Snapchat, you know, regular stuff that you do when you're 15. So I'm doing all of that, and here comes the secretary. She's like, give me your phone. And I look at her and I'm like, why? And she's like, you're not allowed to have your phone out right now. And I was like, well, nobody ever told me that, and today's the first day. Because, you know, I had an attitude since the day I was born. Like, ain't nobody ever stopped me from having my attitude. I know it was probably wrong, but I am a child at this time, so cut me some slack. I'm like, okay, whatever. I give her my phone because I'm like, okay, I'm going to get it back at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. I only have like 2 more hours to be here anyways. I don't really care. So the day goes on. I'm talking crap about it all day long, and everybody's telling me like, oh yeah, she's like the principal's sidekick. Like, she kisses his ass all the time. Like, she's always trying to be on his good side, which come to be true the entire span of high school journey. I've always seen her as somebody who was a, you know, a kiss ass. But anyways, so at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I need to go. I don't care. Bye everybody. I need to go and find this lady so she can give me my phone back. So I go to the lady and she's like, oh, you gotta ask your principal. I'm just gonna call him my principal because I kind of don't want to put his business out there too much, but if you know exactly who I'm talking about. I go to the principal. He's like, oh, you're not getting it until this is done. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, this is like a 2-month situation. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was just like a 1-month thing. But I was like, that's too long. Like, I need a phone. I live very far from here. Like, I have to take the train and stuff. Like, my mom needs to know exactly where I'm at all times. Like, you know, that's a kind of lie, but still, like, my mom was not gonna let somebody take my phone. All right, there's no winning with you. Let me call my mom. My mom was already on her way to pick me up, so she was like, oh, give me a second, I'll be there right now. She was like, what do you mean he wants to take your phone? And I'm like, yeah, that's what he said, so can you please like come, like whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm almost there. I wait for my mom a couple minutes, boom, she comes to say, literally like 5 minutes, and it was the quickest 5 minutes ever because I was just there talking with this girl that I had met that was gonna be in my grade, and we're just talking whatever, and there I see my mom, and I'm like, ah, she's here, let's fucking go. I take her to the lady, the secretary, and she's like, oh, give me a moment. So she goes, gets him in the back, he comes to the front, he's picking up his pants like, what can I help you with? And my mom's like, yeah, I need my daughter's phone. And he's all like, well, she was using it. And then he said I was using it during class, and I was like, no, I wasn't. And I looked at the lady like, why didn't you tell him that I wasn't using it during class? Like, I was using it during lunch. And he goes, oh, she was using it during lunch or whatever, and we have a strict no phone policy, blah, blah, blah. And my mom's like, yes, but she was unaware of this, and you need to give her phone back. I need her phone back. He goes on and on. We end up in his office. They still talking or whatever. And he said some real foul shit. Happy that he said to me in hindsight, but during that time, it was one of the most heartbreaking. I understand now that a lot of people's opinions don't really affect me. They don't affect me. But this one really hit home because it was my dream to come to the school. So what he said was, I don't know how your daughter got in this school. She must have fell through the cracks. Yo, my heart literally broke. My mom got so infuriated, like I could feel the heat coming off my mom. When my mom gets mad, it's very like, this was one of those like, I need to protect my daughter because you just disrespected her and this is not gonna happen. She was like, what do you mean how she got into this school? Have you seen her grades? Like just boasting on about me, like she's one of the best students ever, like my daughter has the best grades. You know, she did everything in her power to get into this school. And she was like, you know what, you ignorant asshole? Just like that. I'm gonna find her a better school. And you're not gonna have a job here anymore. Give me my daughter's phone and we will leave. I had never seen my mom go so hard with the curse words ever in my life. Because my mom is not really much of a cursor. I am, she's not. I really didn't get that from her. I got my cursing from my grandmother, even though she would defer that statement, but whatever. So she takes me and she's like, oh yeah, you're not going back over there. I'm like, tears, hot, burning tears that I feel like were slashing at my face. I'm like, I have to go back there. Like, that is the only school that I want to go to. Like, I will deal with him, Mom. Like, I know what I'm doing. He can be bad, but I need this school. I already tried these other two schools. Like, I don't want to keep on moving another school. I don't want to, like, be anywhere else. This is the school that I want to go to. And if I have to deal with some kind of pressure from him, I will be fine. You know, like, he can't really do anything to me. It all depends on me and my grades. Like, he can't, what is he going to do to me? My mom ended up taking me to 125th Street to, like, this department of, like, school or whatever. And they were, like, going to look for another school for me to go to. And they were like, well, for right now, you can only go back to the other school that I had gone to, my second high school. And I was like, hell no. I'm not going back over there. Like, I can't. It's a hell no for me. So I ended up going back. I stuck it out, got my uniform. I, you know, had the skirt really long for a couple of weeks, but ended up cutting it a little bit. You know, I'll put a picture here. One thing about this principal that I want to tell you guys is that he was very involved. Like, when I tell you involved, he was there every single heartbeat of everything. At 7:30, when you're swiping your card to get your receipt or to log into school, he was there watching, making sure that you had your uniform on, seeing who were the cliques. And one thing about him was he would always say hello to everybody. For the first 6 months, did not get a hello. Ever. Like, not one time. Like, I would literally walk and I was a ghost to him. I guess my mom hurt his feelings. I don't know. I guess it bothered him that I actually ended up staying there. I don't know. But I continued to have really good grades. After the 6 months, something really crazy happened. So basically, my grades from my first high school hadn't transferred over, or like my credits hadn't transferred over to my high school. And they were like, well, since we don't have this, you're gonna have to like take 9th grade all over again. And I'm like, here is another strike to my heart. Like, how many more things am I gonna have to go through in order to just be normal? Like, why do all these things have to keep happening to me? Like, what is life trying to teach me? At this point, I was like, I'm ready to drop out. I literally have a picture of me crying. I don't know if I'll post it, but I literally went into the bathroom and I bawled my tears out. I sat in the stall and I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna go into 9th grade. Like, all of this hard work that I just did, I met all of these friends. Like, I know I have all of this. Like, why do I have to start all over again? I went into the principal's office and I was just bawling my eyes out after I came out of the stall. And I'm telling him, like, I can't go back to 9th grade. Like, you cannot hold me back. Like, hold me back. I can't, this can't happen. This cannot happen. I will literally never come back to school again if I have to go to 9th grade. So he's like, okay, like, we'll work with you. That was the first sincere, nicest thing that had happened to me since I got to that school. Right before second semester, which second semester I feel like started like in February for some reason. So it was around this time. And so that he did. They altered my schedule in a way that I was taking classes my entire 3 years that I was there with 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, and 12th graders. Like, my whole time, it would fluctuate. Every semester I had a different schedule that was different to my friends. The only ones that stood the same were like the honors classes or stuff, like trig, algebra, and what was that other one? Calculus. Like, math, I was always with my grade. English, I was always with my grade. But like history and stuff, like that was with other people. So yeah, him not saying hello to me made me feel like very invisible. But once I saw that he had kindness in him to like be able to alter my schedule, I was very grateful. But I always kept in the back of my mind like he didn't want me there, and so it kind of pushed me to work 10 times harder. I had that in the back of my mind replaying all the time, like, you know, if you mess up, if you do anything wrong, like you're gonna be kicked out. Like he's looking for a reason to get me out of this school. Let me not give him one. I kept pushing and pushing. I actually got into a fight, I think that same year, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't remember exactly what happened or all the details of the fight, but I know that I was like one of the only people that ever got into a fight and actually stood there, because I don't think he actually even knew what happened. And I think that there were so many people saying like it really wasn't my fault. I don't even know who I fought, actually. Like that's another story. My mind just like blocks things out. I don't remember much, but I'm always grateful for the fact that I went to that school, and I like that I'm able to talk to you guys about this point of my life where it was very hard for me to overcome, but I was able to with just the idea that I am gonna get somewhere. I am going to be much further than I was in my first 2 high schools. Like I'm gonna get these great opportunities. I'm not gonna allow somebody to just, you know, hold me back. The best piece of advice I can give you guys, and I actually wrote it down, don't let them take your time or attention. Like anger, you know, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed because of somebody else's actions or how they're speaking to you, don't let them have that, because they then narrate your story. You are acting on this angry feeling and making them feel like they have strings to you, you know, like they can tug and pull at you, especially if you're angry. I knew I was gonna get some. So him just never saying hello to me, always finding a problem with something, it was just like, okay, whatever. Like I've been dealing with a lot of problems all my life and you're not gonna like be pulling me down, bro. So when you don't react or you just let those people go, you take back control of yourself, which is all they want. They want to be able to control you. They want to be able to get a reaction out of you, just like him. He thought that like by literally not saying good morning to me was gonna make me like lose my shit, and it never did. I was fine with it. Like, you know, it was a joke with my friends and I because, oh, he didn't say hi to you. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It was creepy anyways, because he was like analyzing your outfits, making sure that your ass wasn't out. Like it was just weird. I am thankful that I was pushed that hard, because honestly I don't know if I would have graduated, you know. Like I am the first graduate of my family. Like I am the only one that graduated high school, pretty much, in a way. It's like a long story. Your feelings and your stories are yours, and that is the most important thing that I can give you guys. The most important thing that I want anybody to learn is that you are in control of your own stuff. And I know that sometimes it sucks because like we don't have the money for certain things, or we're a minority, or you know, we've been faced with like these horrible tragedies, but I feel like they're there to make us here. And I know that that's so cliche, like, oh, God gives his strongest warrior the problems to his biggest warriors, whatever. I just feel like in order for me to have gotten here in YouTube, where I feel like it's such a vast community, there are so many people on YouTube, there are so many people who want to make it out of here and make it big and have millions of subscribers and everything, like it gets really hard sometimes, you know, knowing that I'm putting all this work, I'm being so vulnerable, I'm testing my limits, I'm pushing myself further than I ever could just to receive like 200 views, you know? And I'm very thankful for them. That's why I continue to make them. But at the same time, is this encouraging? Or is that even a word? I don't know. I just feel like I have to keep on. Like, I want my story to be able to help somebody. Especially if you're going down and you're feeling like, what am I even doing any of this for? You know? I was feeling like that in high school. Like, what is even the point of graduating? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't care about any of this stuff. You know, even now on YouTube, I was like, what am I teaching somebody? What is anybody learning from me? Like, their hair? Like, not many people are even doing half the things that I was saying to do, you know? And a great quote that I recently stumbled upon was, make visible what without you might perhaps never have been seen. Robert Bresson is a film director. And I think that that is like the best quote I've ever heard in my life. I'm trying to help anybody in any way that I possibly can. As much as I want to say I hated my principal, I really didn't. Now, you know, I don't hold any grudges, I don't hold any hatred, you know. At the end of the day, I am here. I'm able to push through any adversity that comes my way because of those stories, because of those negative times in my life, you know? I'm very thankful to have the support group that I have right now, and if you don't have anybody, if you are facing the hardest things, I know it's to get you somewhere. And I know you probably don't want to hear that, but it is to get you somewhere. Because trust me, a lot of us have been through some crazy stuff, and it has made, you know, the greatest icons in the world. My hero, my mom, has gone through the most unimaginative, I don't even know the word. The craziest things in life, and I see her and I'm like, you know something, if she can get through it, I can get through it. If I can get through it, you can get through it. I promise you guys that. I don't know why I'm so emotional. Haven't even made it yet. Haven't even made it to where I want to be, you know, like physically. Mentally I am, but physically I'm still getting there. It's great to have let this out. Maybe I should come closer. I hope that the lighting situation to this video wasn't as bad. Oh my god, this is so much better. I should have filmed a video here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Name any kind of recommendations you guys have for names for my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you and you in the back soon. Bye. I always have to smile at the end just in case people want to like a screenshot. Ah!